Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and this is how I'm going to pay off $125,000 of student loan debt in the next 5 years. So thanks for clicking on this. If you did, you're probably hopelessly in student loan debt, or you're my mom or something like that. You can see from the YouTube banner up there, my wife and I, we have $123,712 in student loan debt. We had a lot more a year ago, obviously, before I started kind of paying it off with a purpose. I'll talk about our school journey in another video, kind of how we got to this point. But what you need to know is that between the two of us, we have 1 degree. It's not all that fancy, and it's actually my wife's. So shout out to her for one-upping me on that right off the bat. So why am I doing this? That's a good question. What are you going to get out of it? That's a better question. I'm doing it to keep myself accountable, to be transparent and open about my finances, my budget, my student loan debt, my payoff, my strategies, and really how to optimize it. Hopefully, people calling me out and being blunt about it, and at the same time, encouraging people who might be going through something similar. So I know as well as anyone that student loan debt is crippling, that it can choke the life out of you every day, that it can consume your thoughts and consume your decision making. And that's something that's not going to fly. You know, you might owe X amount of dollars, and you might owe X amount of dollars. You might owe six figures, just like myself. It's not hopeless, and you're not down and out. Every day you get a little bit closer, and that's kind of the name of the game here of this video. Just progress, and how we're going to do that, and how we're going to do it together. So how can you get encouragement out of it? Well, it's pretty simple. I'm a pretty normal guy, living a pretty normal lifestyle, and making pretty normal money. I watched one video once where someone was making $250,000 a year, and they were telling me about their journey to get out of student loan debt. I'm happy for them, but that's not going to cut it for me. I saw another video of people making more modest money, but they were spending like $50 or $75 on themselves every year. And that's not going to fly either. I don't want to be miserable during this time. That's the whole point, is to take some control back while still doing what you have to do. So my wife Virginia and I make about $100,000 a year. And before you say that's too much or it's unrelatable or to relative to your circumstance, just hold on 1 second. And we pay $1,592. That's $1,592 every month as a minimum. That's an obligatory minimum standard student loan payment every month. We also have a $1,900 rent, and that's not because we're living lavish. It's because my wife works in Boston, and to live within striking distance of a train station around here, that's just the going rate. Although we do have a cute little place. Thanks for the compliments in advance. So listen, after we pay off our rent, after we pay off our student loan debt, we're living the rest of the month off just what's left of one paycheck and whatever else we can scrape together. So we interrupt this video for a special word from our sponsor today. What do you have to tell them about responsible spending? Nice. So it brings us to the name of the video here, or the name of the channel, Pay It Down Mike. It's not Pay It Off Mike. It was, because I made one by mistake that was called Pay It Off Mike. I also made several email addresses by mistake called Pay It Off Mike. This is Pay It Down Mike. And the reason it's to Pay It Down Mike is because that's really all we can do today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 2-3 years ahead. A lot of us aren't going to pay it off in that time. We can't, as much as we want to, as much as that would make us feel better about being aggressive and just saying, I'm just going to bite the bullet now and sacrifice and put it behind me. We can't do that right now. What we can do is make decisions that's going to make it easier to do that in the future. We can lay some groundwork that our future selves are going to be very appreciative of. And what we can do now is pay it down. With $100 here, our next minimum payment, a little bit more. The next windfall you get, putting half or more into your student loan payment, that's how you pay it down. And that's really the mindset that we've got to get going forward as far as making any kind of progress toward being free of this. Now, is that easier said than done? Absolutely. Is that easier said than done? Absolutely. But, that's why I'm inviting you guys to kind of walk with me through it and me walk with you. I want to hear about how in debt you are and any strategies you might have to get out of it, or how hopeless you might feel. because I'm in both boats. And it alternates day by day sometimes. You'll probably see it on this video. But the hope here is to band together and to figure out how we can do this without, again, losing what we enjoy doing in a day. How do you still spend some money on coffee? And that'll be a video we'll get into at some point, coffee budgeting and stuff. How do we still spend some money on things that we enjoy? How do we not walk around with this burden of with this millstone of debt around our neck every day? I don't have the answer, but I hope I have a answer, or at least one that's going to help you just come a little bit closer. So follow along if you guys are interested in this. Press the subscribe button. I'm going to have a video or two every week, and we'll see how it goes. I do intend on doing this the whole way through. I'm hoping you guys are watching when I put through that final loan payment 5 years from now. And again, I'll show you how I plan on getting there. So subscribe, like, comment, share, buy something from our sponsor, and thanks for taking this journey.